everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, we're going to be making some pom-poms. I love these kinds of decorations. You can put these on many things. For example, when you offer a present to someone, and if you have a little bag, you can put this on the bag and hang it for the person to use it afterwards. This is made out of paper, so I wouldn't really recommend using this on your keychain, for example. Because if you put it outside your purse as a decoration, it's gonna maybe be wet if it's rainy, but you can use this in home. You can put this on. I like to do is to decorate my drawers and hang them on my drawers, for example, or in my house. You can decorate it on a tree. Why not, if you have different decorations throughout the year? And it's really, really simple to make. So you could do tiny ones, for example, for earrings as well, because it's paper, it's kind of lightweight. And I'm going to show you different, there's only one way to make them, but you can, of course, decorate them in many ways. So today I'm going to show you how you can decorate them with paper flowers. Of course, in the last video that I've done, I showed you how to make these ornaments, so you can use these as well. But what I had forgotten last time is to leave a hole here to put my thread or my ribbon through. There was normally 2 holes in my beads, and I forgot to leave one hole open, but it's okay. You can also put your ribbon or your twine behind your decoration if you need to. So I'm going to use hot glue for today because it dries very quickly and it sticks so perfectly on paper. I'm going to cut a piece of paper. So I'm not going to give you any measurements because actually you can make these as long or as small. This is my smallest one I have, as you wish. You decide how wide. If you want them very fluffy, you will need more paper. If you want them longer, that's totally up to you. But that's another way to use up your scraps. So what I'm going to do here is just cut a piece of this paper. I really like it. It's double-sided, and I am using a heavy cardstock paper, because if you use heavy cardstock, you need less paper. Then if it's too thin, you're going to need more to make it thicker. So I'm going to cut it at about, I think I like them better if they're smaller. So let me see. This one is about, to give you an idea, it's about 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5 inches it is. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to cut the same length or width, 2.5 inches, and whatever length you have here, it's fine. If it's very long, it's going to make a very thick base. It's going to be large here. If you don't want that too large, I'm going to cut one for about, I think 5 inches is going to be enough. I think it's going to be good. And this one is going to be 6 inches. Just 1 more inch. It's going to be a little bigger. I'm going to show one. If I'm not happy with it, I can always add more on top. So once you're at this point, you're just going to cut. You can use your paper trimmer, but I think it's as quick to do this with your scissors. And again, this is totally optional, the width of these little tabs. You can make them as large or as thin as you wish. These are much thinner, for example, than these because it's smaller. So I'm going to not give you any measurements. It's about, well, if you want to, let me see how wide are these. It's about not even 1/4 of an inch, which means it's not even 1/2 centimeter. And it can be smaller. And I'm cutting not completely, of course. I'm finishing about not even 1/2 inch, or like 1 centimeter from the top. It's going to be enough. And you're going to cut like this all the way long through your paper. All right. So you can speed up this video if you want to. I'm going to go up there very quickly. And I think it's even quicker than doing this with your trimmer, because you don't really need to measure anything. You just eyeball it and it's going to be perfect that way. And the last one here. All right. So then you decide, it doesn't have to be double-sided. Mine is, but it doesn't have to be, right? So you decide which part you want to see and you like best. So I like this part, this purpley side, to be outside. So if I want it to be outside, and you see here, I've given them a little shape, like it's open. If you want to leave it straight, it's totally up to you. This one is open as well, but less. I like when it's open. So what you need to do first, we're gonna cut the fibers, prepare the fibers. Okay, so with your nails, or you can use scissors. I would use maybe the scissors, but like this, not open, because you might cut your paper. Be careful if you're using very thin paper not to rip it apart. I just like to use my fingers and my nails because it works perfectly this way. It helps me to put my paper in shape like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing here with that paper. I'm starting to put it in shape. And it goes very, very quickly. As you can see, you can do more if you want to. And I like it that way. It also helps, I think, make it a bit more fluffy. So I like this side to be on the outside, so I'm going to start by this way. Okay, see how it goes in shape? And what I need to do before doing anything, I'm going to use a ribbon. Not sure yet. Oh, I have seen a color I like. Let me go in here, fetch that color. It's going to be a purpley color. Oh, do I have enough? Yes, it's here. All right, so I'm going to take, and it's got a little polka dots. Let me see. There's some glue on these things, and it dried out. There used to be one side with some glue in it. I'm going to take this one there. Okay, a little shorter maybe. There you go. Going to cut my ribbon. And now there's two ways. You can glue it down, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly use my, how do you call this thing? I can't remember. Stapler. Yeah, stapler. Thank you. Somebody inspired me. And I'm going to staple it directly onto my paper because that's quicker. And it's a very thick ribbon, so I think it's going to hang on there better. And now you can start to fold and, not really fold, but roll it on itself. So the first thing I do is try to do it that way to really put it in shape. It goes quickly, and then I'm going to glue it. All right, it's a bit large. I'm going to try to make it a little tighter, but it's going to help me. So now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge here. And I'm always working by sections with hot glue. Makes things easier. It's going to dry on me anyway, so right. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to look nice at this point because we're going to cover the edges of this paper. I think I went a bit too far. I'm going to put more glue. Right up to the edge. Right. Young people, if you're watching this video and if you are using hot glue, make sure that you have an adult next to you helping you. You can burn yourself really hard. And there you go. And you see your ribbon is in the center of your little pom-pom there. All right. Okay, now we need some decorations. So what I have here is a lace ribbon, and I think it's just perfect. The size is perfect, but I don't really like the fact that it's too white. So what I'm going to do first is cut exactly what I need. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I forgot to take my wedgies, but that's fine. You know, my makeup sponges. And this one has double-sided tape on it, but it doesn't really stick that well, so I will be using something else. I'm going to glue it with my hot glue. I'm going to take a little bit of ink, and I'm going to put some ink on top here of my lace ribbon. And because it's cotton, the ink is going to be well fixed in there. I don't need to put anything on it. It's not going to, you won't have anything on your fingers once it's dry. And I'm going to put just a little bit more. So it's inked up. There's a little bit of color. I'm not even sure if the camera will be able to pick it up. But it's not completely purple either. So I'm going to take the backing off. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And you can see here, my seam is there. I'm going to go around here and I'm going to cover it up. All right, and it's perfect size. And I'm going to glue it. I like to put it first and then put my flowers. I think it's just easier for me. Maybe I should come a little closer and zoom in a little bit. There you go. See? So you can see a little bit of color of that purple. I'm sorry for my fingers. I've got glue everywhere and ink. I've been working all day with the crafts. And I like the way it looks. I need to trim that piece off a little bit. There you go. And join these two pieces as well. Bit more glue. I just love hot glue. Love, love, love. There you go. Now it looks nicer. All right. Now let's put a color. I had in my first idea to put this on, but because I could do that, you see, it's the perfect match for the color. I really think it's nice because we made that last time. It's maybe a bit big. I don't know what you think. I could use it. But I want to show you another option using paper flowers. And we're actually going to make them. These are paper flowers that I made myself. And they're exactly, the two shapes I'm going to show you, they're exactly done with the same die. And it depends on how you're going to put them together. They're going to have different looks. These look more rounded and smaller. It's because they're less closed when you put the glue. So depending on the size here, if it's bigger, you can leave your flowers open and maybe layer some more so it will look bigger, but it's done with exactly the same die, and I think they look just gorgeous. I have already cut some flowers, so here they are. A few flowers there with my dies, and I'm going to buy a punch. I'm going to buy a flower punch. A one that is about 1.5 centimeters because they're the perfect size for mini crafts, and I don't have small ones. I have tiny punches, flower punches, but I don't have the right size I really want. So I think a punch is better than dies. Sometimes it's quicker to use a punch than to use a die. So as you can see, I'm using my stylus and I'm putting them in shape. And this, I've used again some scraps. This is heavy cardstock, but it can be thin paper to do this. And I'm going to use only one color. You can match. In this example, I've used 2 different colors. I'm not sure you'll be able to see them, but there's a purple and there's a light pink behind. In real life, you can see the difference. All right, I'm going to stack them up. So a little bit of glue. And I'm sure a lot of you already know how to do this, but I love making flowers. I just love making flowers. And I'm going to put 3 layers, actually. I like when they're fluffy. A bit more. And every time I'm changing direction of my petals, so they don't all face the same way. Where am I? Here am I. I am. Okay. And we'll take care of the glue strings later. I don't like glue strings, but anyway. So if you want to make them shorter or smaller, you just need to crunch them a little bit. And they're gonna, because there are so many layers, and you could put even more, they're gonna seem to be, and maybe I would put a fourth. I'm gonna do 3 by 3, and if I have left over, I will put more. Let's do this. All right, I've got 2 here. What? Ooh, this is a big blob of glue. Too much. But that's okay. Another one there. Whoops. Please, somebody, make hot glue with no strings. Sometimes they tend to drive me crazy. All right. 3rd flower. I like to go by odd numbers when I make flowers. Not when I make the flowers up, but when I'm going to put them around my my pom-pom there. Pom-pom is probably not the right word. Yeah, I've got enough to put another layer, so that's what I'm going to do. And make them look a bit more fluffy. All right, look at these. They're nice. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my pom-pom again. And because it's not that big, not wide, I'm going to scrunch them a little bit more. And again, I'm going to put some hot glue on the back. And I'm going to put one this way. I don't want it to face up completely, so I'm putting them on the side like this. Same thing here. And that's where I was saying I like to do that by groups of 3. Try not to move too much when you do this. All right. Usually it stands by itself. There you go. And this one. And that's perfect. There you go. Oh, I think I maybe didn't put enough glue on that one. We'll see if it needs more. All right. Good. But it's not enough yet, okay? I've got some glue strings. Again, I'll take care of that later. It's just annoying me sometimes. So what I like also to use, and I'm going to go back to some pink now. This is for later. I'm going to use some of these. They come in packs. They're not expensive. You can find them on Amazon or on AliExpress for so cheap. But they give a nice humph to your decoration. So I'm going to go by 3. And I'm going to make their tail not too long, like this. All right, I'm going to put a dab of glue just at the end there. And I'm going to put this here in between my flowers. Oops. Some glue. All right. And in there. I don't want to see any gaps. So it's going to add more decoration without having the gaps. Let me come in a little bit. There you go. And you'll be able afterwards, when it's dry, to put them in shape and change direction. I'm going to take 2, 3 more, like these. And they come in a variety of colors. I think it's not even $1 for one pack of this. It's maybe 50 cents or so. That one is a bit long maybe, but it's okay. And my last 3. So I have a little bit of purple, a little bit of pink. That's good. And it's going to be my last group of 3. And I'm going to put it there, just right there. Yep. Oh, I like that. And of course, I need to put something in the center of my flowers. So make sure, yeah, it's okay. I'm going to take some beads here. I'm using up my scraps. I wonder if I'm not going to use this color of bead. Let me check. I think it's not bad. Or should I use white or translucent? I have, ooh, I like the white. It's popping out. Ooh, I like the white. A bit dull. So I'm going to go for the white. And I think I'm going to take my tweezers. I try to avoid seeing the holes of my beads. I'm putting some glue in the center there. Take my tweezers and just pop it in right there. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. More glue. And you see, because you're using hot glue, it goes so quickly. You can make a whole bunch of these at a time in different colors. That would be nice to make some for Christmas or Halloween. That is coming up next. I like purple. I like purple, and it's a nice color. Good vibration color, purple. Oh my goodness, I hope I was not too much off camera. Wasn't looking, was so concentrated. And look how nice this is. I mean, the colors, they all match perfectly. There's a little bit of pink, of purple here, not too much. And if you still think it's lacking a little something, you could add more beads on here. Oh, I could use these. I'm going to use some of these. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to use some of these and put some here maybe. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not sure if it's going to stick really well. I like it. Look at that. I'm going to use another one here. I think I'm going to make sure it's going to glue down there. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue. Yeah, much better. Much, much better. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Well, it is sticking there. Okay. I'm going to put another one here. Tiny bead. There you go. And the last one around here. Just bringing a little bit more something. Oops. I had in mind to put only 3, but actually I did put more. Oops, where did it go? There it is. There you go. I like it. I like it. So now, last thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to use this because I've used it in my project just before. If you don't like your paper being dull, even though I think it's nice because I think it's probably enough. You could add a little bit of Mod Podge or any kind of liquid glue there. Well, it already dried on me. Oops. You see that? The glue is getting everywhere, gosh. Okay, a little bit there. And I'm only doing this to some of them. I'm not putting glue on all my little flaps. Just a little bit. A bit more. And I'm going to put glitter on here. Again, not everywhere. I don't want it to be too much. Just what it needs. And then sprinkle a little bit of this. I like this glitter because it tends to take the color that's underneath. It's just like holographic glitter. It brings back the color, it reveals the color underneath. You can see that. I hope you like it. If you don't like glitter, you don't have to do that. I just think it's nice to look at also. And you've done that in no time. And I think the paper flowers are just gorgeous. Again, there's some, there you go. I'm going to take this one away. It looks so lovely, and you made everything by your hands. The flowers, the paper, the decorations, how cute. So I hope you'll enjoy doing this because there are so many ways you can use these decorations and ornaments around your house or as a gift to a friend. I just love doing these. And again, I like the smaller ones. I don't know why, but you can make a bigger one, you can make huge one or tiny ones, or be inspired to make some earrings. So there you go. I really hope you like this video and show you how easy it is. Again, if you don't want to put them as open, you can leave them straight. You can see this one is straighter. This one is pretty much open. You could also do it on the other side and make it go like inside a little bit. But it's so fun, and you can use your scraps to do this. You don't need to have anything special or new, including making your own flowers. Just use your scraps and your punch holes, and it's going to work like a charm. So please give me some thumbs up for this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button and go through the entire video, because at the end I suggest you a few videos you can look up, and I'm sure you will be interested. And don't forget to leave me comments. I'll always come back to you. Thank you so much. Have a great week and see you soon. Bye-bye.